Hi guys, I'm Priyanshi and I'm a CA final student. I'm also currently working. So because of the situation today, whether you're in school or college or working, I'm pretty sure everything is happening online, right? So when it comes to our college classes, school classes, even for professional courses, we're doing online classes. So I thought that I'll make a video on my experience of online classes and some of the things that worked for me, some of the things that did not work for me. So in this video, I talk about some of the challenges that I faced during my online classes or my students faced during the online classes and what you can do to resolve each of them. So make sure you watch the video till the end so that you can get the maximum benefit, because it may happen that not all the tips may be useful, but even if you are able to use one or two things from this video, that would be great. So diving right into it, the first thing is the phone, right? So normally when you're in classes, you don't have your phone around with you, or even if you do have your phone, you're scared to use it because the teachers are around. But in online classes, I know that it is very tempting to use the phone. So what I have tried doing is that I started switching off the mobile data and Wi-Fi of my phone so that I don't get notifications, so that I don't get distracted. And I know that it's a difficult thing to do, but that's the best solution for optimizing your online class and treating it as though it was in person. So the best thing is to turn off the notifications in your phone by just switching off the mobile data and Wi-Fi. And that is a really useful thing because I know that it is very distracting, and often it so happens that our mind wanders while we are studying. And that happens in classroom as well, but in the classroom environment, at least, we don't really use our phone and then we try and come back. But in online classes, that push is not there. So what I would suggest is when your mind starts to wander and you start getting reminded of important things. Now, this always happens with me, that while I'm doing online classes is when I get reminded of all the things that I need to do, whether it's texting a friend, calling somebody up, going to some website, researching about some topic. And I think of all of these things while I'm doing my online class. So I'm pretty sure that happens with you guys as well. So the best solution for that is to just write down somewhere in your notebook, which you may be using for your class, or just some notepad, the things that you need to do post your class. So that way, you won't feel like you're going to forget and you won't get distracted and do it at the moment. Because it so happens that, let's say I want to message somebody and I suddenly remember that I had to send something important to someone. I would take my phone and start messaging that person. But before I even could start messaging that person, I'll get distracted with the 100 notifications that I might have on my phone. So to summarize, the first thing is to switch off your mobile data and switch off your Wi-Fi. The second thing is to make some good use of your phone. So I often see that, when teachers are writing something and if I'm not able to note it down, or if it's something that they did not give us as much time to note down, but if it's like a flow chart or some summary, then what I do is I try to take a picture from my phone. Or you can take a screenshot from your laptop. Why I said specifically phone is because if you're taking a screenshot from your laptop, you may have to, go around other websites or, go around other pages on your laptop, and that's not what you want to do. So take a picture from your phone or take a screenshot as it suits you. And when I said about phone, Wi-Fi and data, now it still opens the laptop up, because you still have the option to use your laptop and move to other websites and you start reading about something else or start researching about something else that you had to do before. Because like I said, it often happens with me that when I'm attending my class is when I get reminded of so many other things that I wanted to look up, or so many other websites that I wanted to check. And I often find myself going to those websites during the class, and then I realize that, oh no, I have to come back and I'll miss something important. So the best thing to do in that case is to just note it down in some notepad. So obviously in the beginning when I was taking online classes, I did not realize that, but later on I saw that when I was writing it off in a notepad, it was like a check box in my head, because that means that, okay, at least I've noted it down somewhere so that I won't forget it after my class. And that way, my distraction is over. So then I'm, back to my class and I'm able to focus better. So the third thing is to write down anything that you think you need to do during your class or after your class. So the fourth thing that I want to talk about is something that I've noticed a lot. I often see that, students who may ask questions in a classroom environment may not be as comfortable in asking questions in online environment. And I'm not sure of the reason. It could be because, we are not used to taking classes online, or we're not used to studying online. So that is, I think, one of the reasons why people don't ask questions online. So what you can do in that case is, don't let your doubt be unresolved. Note down your doubt. When you get a little more one-on-one time with the teacher, or if the teacher is specifically asking you to share your doubts, maybe you could do it then. Whether you're telling it online during the class, or whether you're texting her and asking her, because that would be really useful. And unresolved doubts lead to more confusion in your concepts as and when you learn more. So it would be helpful to note down your doubts. If you can't ask your teacher, you can always ask your friends who are taking the same class, so that would be really useful. So the fifth thing is something related to writing. Now, often in online classes, we do not write as much as we would in a classroom environment, because in the classroom, you don't have your phone, you don't have your laptops, so there are lesser distractions, and your teacher is there. So because of that, you tend to write more. But in online, we often don't do that. So make sure that you're writing as much as you do in your normal class, in your physical classroom, so that you're able to get the best out of your online classes. I know that when somebody is not watching, it is a little difficult to do that, but it would really help you out later on. And especially if you're not focused in the class, then you should definitely write it down, so that later on when you do feel like studying, or when you are in that mode of studying, you can refer to those notes. Because it obviously happens that there are times where you may not be able to concentrate in the class, you might have missed out on something that the teacher said, but making notes really helps, even if you're not understanding at that moment, so that you can refer to it later on and then get your doubts clarified. So now that we have online classes, it is really difficult to find the motivation to study. So I also made a video on 3 study motivation techniques, or 3 ways you can get your motivation back, which I use and which helped me. Obviously, they can't be applied at all times, because there are days where you may not be able to study. But these are things that you can definitely use in some of the days at least. So you will find the video over here or here. One more thing you can do is to make sure that the environment you're going to study in, or the environment that you're working from home in, is good, in the sense that, it's clean and not cluttered. And I know my mom is laughing listening to this right now, because I'm not always able to clean my room. So I relate to that. It's not always possible to clean your room entirely and, have it in the perfect condition, even though you're supposed to do that. But what I'm trying to say here is that at least clean out your study table, or clean out the table where you're working on, because that really helps with so many things happening. The clutter is just going to create more disturbance. So this thing is not just about cleaning out your desk. It also means that have lesser things on your desk, just normally, okay? And obviously that means you don't have to clean it out much, because there are very few things on your desk. But what I'm trying to say here is that have the least number of things possible in your desk, only what is important. So only have the things that you need at that time and which are very important. So if you're watching on your laptop and phone, then definitely your laptop and phone. If you're watching classes on laptop, try to not keep your phone on the table, and obviously keep your notebook, pen and pencils, and that's it. Try not to have anything else over there. Would definitely recommend to have a water bottle there, because that would be very handy. But if you limit the number of things that are there on your desk, so while you're studying or while you're working, there'll be lesser distractions. So that would be really helpful. And this is something that I did many years ago, when my dad pointed out, because before I used to have a lot of stationery on my table, a lot of things. I had a huge table with stacks of books, or even not just academic books, even non-academic books, or random notepads, random papers. And my dad said that, why is your table so cluttered? And that's when I realized that, yeah, it really does help me to have lesser distractions when my table is much cleaner. So another thing that I really want to point out is that when you are at home, this is one thing you can definitely do, and it will really help you. So now that there are online classes, our screen time has increased drastically, right? We were always on our phones even before, I know that. But now, even our classes are happening on phones, everything is happening on phones and when phones and laptops and screens basically. So one thing you can definitely do is walk around every 45 minutes or 1 hour, because what that would do is at least you'll get some relaxation, your eyes would get some relaxation, and we're just sitting all day, so that would really help. And it's different from exercising, because see, even if you're exercising, you're not going to exercise throughout the day. You're going to exercise maybe 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, depending on your workout routine. But walking is something you can instantly do to activate your body, and especially when you're feeling sleepy during an online class, it would be really helpful to just walk around. Just walk around your house and come back to your desk. So doing that every half an hour or every 45 minutes, 1 hour, basically in whatever intervals you can, would be really helpful. Now, I know this is something very obvious. We all know that, walking around is helpful, but this is something that we don't really implement, because we have to make a conscious effort to do that. Only then it will happen. Because we either get too engrossed in class or we get busy with other things and we forget to do this. So only if you make a conscious effort, you will be able to do this. So even though we all know that, we do struggle to do that. So even in my case, I am struggling to do that. And I realize that only on the days where I make a conscious effort to walk every 1 hour or walk every 45 minutes, only then I'm actually able to do that. And this happens a lot when you're working all day or watching classes all day, or anything like that, because I often find myself doing office work and getting so engrossed in that I forget to just take a break. And I'm not saying walk for 15-20 minutes. If you can do that, that would be great. But at least walk for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and it really makes a lot of difference. So going one step further, you all know that eye exercises are very helpful. And this is something that we really should make a conscious effort to do with all that screen time. So I think that would be really helpful, even if it's just 10 minutes or 5 minutes. And this is something you can do while you're walking also. I mean, don't bump into things. But this is something you can do. So again, you need to make a conscious effort for this, because until and unless you do that, it won't happen. And a lot of times, these are things you can easily forget. So what I would do is make little sticky notes, put it up here and there, or maybe at the place I work at, and put it over there so you can see my laptop. I realize that. So you can put a sticky note wherever you work or watch classes, which says that, walk around every few minutes or do some eye exercises. So that would be really helpful. If you're really struggling with this, one other thing you could do is set reminders on your phone. So make the use of your phone without using the internet on your phone. So that's what I'm trying to say. So even in the beginning, I said that you can take pictures using your phone. And the second thing you can do is set reminders on your phone. So that is also when your data is switched off, because you don't need Wi-Fi or data for that. So that would be again really useful. So make use of your phone as though the internet in your phone wasn't there during your class hours. Obviously, before and after you can do what you want, but so do share your experience about online classes and the challenges that you're facing, or some of the things that worked for you, in the comments below, because it would be helpful for everyone. And we're all in the same boat, so the situation is such that everybody is doing everything online.